most relevant use cases combining AI and IoT today?
Yeah, look, I think there's so many, and for years I was obsessed. I'm a technology super gadget freak. I love it. I love anything that's connected, from my water bottle to my watch to my house to my building to my car. Everything's connected, and I used to obsess about IoT until a point I got actually it's just a stream of data that's coming in. So it was just another endpoint or sensor, whatever it might be, and actually the use case was stronger than the technology. So it's trying to work out and narrow down now, because otherwise we spend too much time going, hey, look at all these answers that are possible, but don't actually get into the how do we go, an inch wide and a mile deep. So I think I'd break this down to line of business or area, because you can start very quickly to go, actually, I want to do, as many of the carriers and folks will know, I want to do supply chain logistics. To that, my measurement is number of cars produced per hour on a factory line, or whatever it might be. I guess where I'm going is we've got to work out what we're optimizing for. Are we optimizing for the supply chain, making sure that's all working? Are we optimizing for health? Are we optimizing for long-term care? Are we optimizing for driving or risk? So putting all those things together into the right use cases, to be fair, you can have a use case almost in every single sector by bringing these two things together. All you're doing, to the earlier point, is bringing more frequency and a stream of data back into the model at a much greater pace.
Exactly.
Herman?
Yeah, I fully support what Nigel just said. I'm also a fan of IoT at home, and I think that in terms of the question is which are the I would say the use cases that are there, and I agree with Nigel that there are kind of solutions for driving, so car telematics. In some countries there is a lot of projects being done on health using wearable devices. In some other countries also for home insurance, when you connect to your alarm or to the IoT system controlling your house. But everything is these are separate initiatives. But now when you see that people, they buy a house, they get everything connected, you could maybe centralize it and have one point of sharing data for multi-risk. So the problem is that we think an insurance for covering one or a couple of risks, and maybe we need to think it more broadly and say, okay, I want to insure myself, my mobility, for example, and my mobility is everything. Is the car, is the bike, is when I walk, is when I take public transportation, and all that could be explained with the smartphone, right? So I think we need to think a little bit broader on the product design of the insurance too, in that sense.
Not that it's lunchtime or I like cake, but I wrote a piece a while back that I always go back to, which is exactly to this point. We're product centric. We still remain product centric, and as I said, it does differ depending on commercial versus personal versus whatever line of business we're in. But we've become too product centric, and that's only going to narrow our field of vision rather than make it bigger. We don't walk into a cafe or elsewhere and say, I want eggs, flour, blueberries in a case. We say, can I have a blueberry muffin? But I think insurers and there's lots of reasons for this, whether it's regulation or otherwise.
Yeah.
We let you buy the ingredients, but we make the customer do the baking. Yeah. And I think sometimes we're going to get to the stage where actually we're just going to start selling you the cake, all the things that are around it. Sadly, we don't love insurance, but we love the things it enables us to do. It enables us to drive from A to B. It enables us to be in a building, fly on vacation in the old world. So there's loads of I think there's loads of things that we should and can be doing as we start to change this going forward.